Naugatuck police are searching for a man accused of a horrific crime, the disturbing killing of this man's own 11-month-old daughter at her home.
Her father, Christopher Francisquini, is accused of strangling, stabbing, and dismembering that little girl. The search for Francisquini continues tonight.
Francisquini is no stranger to the criminal justice system. Tonight, Fox 61's Tony Black is looking into his criminal history and why he no longer serving jail time for a prior conviction. Tony.
Yeah, Ben and Jen, police are searching for Christopher Francisquini, accused of killing his 11-month-old daughter, Camilla, in their Naugatuck home Friday morning. Francisquini has quite the criminal history, including assault, where he was handed a 20-year sentence. Now, only half of that sentence included time behind bars, but if all of it did, this murder would have never happened.
This is definitely one of the most difficult and trying cases that we've ever had to investigate.
Naugatuck police, along with state and federal partners, are still searching for 31-year-old Christopher Francisquini. He's accused of killing his 11-month-old daughter Friday and was last seen in New Haven later that day. The FBI is offering a $10,000 reward for information leading to his arrest.
Christopher Francisquini is well known to law enforcement.
Francisquini has a criminal history starting in June of 2012. He pled guilty to first-degree assault resulting in serious physical injury the following April and was sentenced to 10 years in jail, followed by 10 years of special parole. Special parole is part of a sentencing, whereas standard parole is early release with a parole officer's supervision. Francisquini was granted early release 85% through his time behind bars in December 2020, but was let out in November to a halfway house. A year later, he was taken back into custody for a slew of crimes he allegedly committed over 2 days, including burglary, attempt to commit larceny, assault, carjacking, and more. He served out the rest of his 10-year jail sentence and was released in June of this year. He's been out on nearly $375,000 bond for the additional charges he faces. Francisquini was scheduled to appear in court Tuesday morning for many of them. Criminal justice professor Mike Lawler says some of those new charges are serious.
Because he was on special parole, he could have been remanded to prison just for violating his special parole. So that opens the question of why he wasn't back in jail as a parole violator.
Fast forward to Friday, November 18, 2022. He's accused of killing his daughter. Francisquini then removed his ankle monitor and destroyed his phone and has yet to be located. An arrest warrant has been issued for murder and risk of injury to a minor.
Francisquini is considered armed and dangerous at this time. We caution the public about approaching him.
The Naugatuck police chief says they will not rest until Francisquini is taken into custody. Wherever he may be, they're not ruling out the possibility he has left the state. If and when he's taken into custody, Francisquini will be held on a $5 million bond. In the studio, Tony Black, Fox 61 News.
Just a disgusting story, Tony. Thank you.